Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new, welcome. And if you are liking it, just comment, share, and subscribe if your heart desires. Give that thumb up. And I do appreciate it. I thought today I would go ahead and give you a video. Since, I'm going to be having a good bit of, well, not too terribly much, but, some time off, since I had my surgery. So, now that I've been, picking up things, and, since I had to go and get the letter that gets me back to work, hopefully, yesterday, and when I had the surgery, the doctor told me that it's better, to try to get out and walk a little bit, as much as I can, so that it kind of, helps, all that excess gaseous stuff in your belly, because when you go and get these things, these laparoscopies, they fill your belly with gas, and it's makes it a little bit easier for the surgeon to do whatever it is that needs done in there. Since now I do not have a gallbladder, I'm probably gonna have to start being really, really super careful what I eat. I have been doing these, and I've been doing these before, I believe, and it's like after like surgeries and stuff like this. I think I've done this before, where you drink down about like a third of the way of your ginger ale, and then fill it the rest of the way with orange juice, and then freeze it, but not freeze it solid, so it's almost like a slushy consistency. It kind of, still gives you your vitamins, and ginger is still good for you. So even though it's bubbly, which might not be good for some people, but, it works for some people. So yeah, I had to come up with something, that helps. And yeah, so if you see me sucking on one of these, you know what it is. It's an orange juice ginger ale type of thing, like a half frozen orange juice ginger ale. It's really, really good for like people, facing like surgeries and stuff like that. At least so far, that's what I have noticed. And it might not be good for everybody, but it's worth a try. My husband always complains that I freeze sodas, and I probably shouldn't, but I like frozen sodas. I like them cold. I remember when I was pregnant with my daughter, it's like it had to be cold, slushy stuff, like frozen lemonades, frozen drinks and stuff like that. Root beer. I was big on root beer when I was pregnant with my child, and now she's going to be 18 in December. Oh my goodness. But I won't bore you with all that. It's just, since I had some cash, I decided I was gonna, like, spend it like I usually do. It's so hard for me to save cash. But, we're doing okay financially, so a little bit here and there is okay to spend. I had $10, and the first thing I was able to pick up, and this was yesterday, and this I found in the grocery store. Those kind of like those last minute finds, you find them in those little baskets, like in the back, towards like the restrooms and stuff like that. I found this. It's a Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid, and I know my sister's gonna yell on me about this because Maybelline is a woke makeup line. But I am not gonna discuss politics. I try not to discuss politics. My dad always told me that, when it comes to speaking in public, open forum, the couple of things that you do not discuss our sex, religion, politics, and whatever else. But this has hyaluronic acid in it and collagen. This is in classic ivory number 20. So so far, I did try it on a couple of spots yesterday, and I used something different today. But you know, so far, for being a beige, it's a good one for my skin tone. It's better to find one for your skin tone. So it still goes with most of what I use. And when you no, I am not going to touch any of this to my face because I have something a little bit different. I think since COVID, instead of, you know, keeping regular tissues, I just keep a roll of the TP in here. So, because it's just as good, and as long as it's nice and soft, I can blow my nose with it if I need to. I have allergies, so I do a lot of that. Today, we were out to go grocery shopping. Before we went to the grocery store, he wanted to go to the hardware store, and there is a Dollar General down there. So I stepped in there, not looking for anything in particular, but you know, these things, you know, that I see. The last time I was there, I'm always thinking to myself, I am gonna get one of those things one of these days. So I did. First ever spoolie. It is a double-ended. It is a stiff end on the one end and a spoolie on the other. Good for the brows. And this is their Studio Selections. Their brand, Studio Selections. And this is a dual end eyeliner and spoolie. So yeah, this is really, really good for, you know, like taking the brows and, you know, like softening them out, you know, fluffing them up, make them look a little natural. I mean, natural is kind of the way to go anymore. It seems like right now everybody goes natural, which is cool. So I finally have one of these, which is going to work really, really well, and I don't have to worry about using the little tiny one that goes with the little kit that I use. I noticed they had one of these, the LA Colors Nude Collection, Color Vibe, and this is $7.87 in nude. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the tape from the back. It's better always to make sure to come home and either wash or sanitize your hands before you touch anything. Pull that one little thing off the back, the one that usually has the little thing on it where it kind of clips to the shelf. These were not clipped to the shelf. These were like hanging from the shelf, the little hanger. This was just, you know, like in one of their little divider type things. And before I do that, this is the Soapbox hand sanitizer. It is 70% alcohol-based formula. It is not too terribly scented, so it's not, you know, that strong alcohol smell, which is great. I'm just really, really anxious for this because I love nude colors. I have come to realize that, you know, I do like doing like a blue or purple on my eyes occasionally, but you know, it's always best to keep the rest of the skin very, very natural looking when you do that. When I look at this, it's like I see some rose tones, some grayish, some gold, some browns, and like some softer colors for like transition. Like trying to think. Like this one here looks like a medium ochre, kind of like an orange tone, medium ochre right there. And then this one right here looks like a really good as well, kind of like a shade of pumpkin, and kind of like some really beautiful, you know, like chai colors in here as well. Some of them are shimmers and some of them are mattes. I have a beautiful shade of chocolate down here. This is going to be really super good for fall. I love fall and I love fall colors. So it's like, this is going to be right up my alley. I'm really excited to try this. Now what I did today was a little bit different. Close, but a little bit different. And another thing that I saw that I kept thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to get one of these sometime in my life. So take the little hanger off, and this is an LA Colors blush and highlight in Show It Off. It's number 637 in Show It Off, sorry. And just taking the tape from the back and pulling it forward. Comes with 2 blushes and 2 highlights. They're very natural looking colors, which I like natural colors. Looks like a peach sorbet here, a shade of cream for the highlight. This kind of looks like a dusty pink, yeah, like a dusty peach pink, and a highlighter kind of like a gold greenish. And I'm thinking this is going to be really fun to play with. Oh my goodness, I am so happy with these purchases. So it's going to be, you know, it's going to be fun. It'll be a lot of fun for these. But since I have you here, and I have this pretty makeup on my face, I thought I would go ahead and kind of show you with the products, you know, what I do. Because in the morning I usually take a little bit of moisturizer to a clean face, and in the morning I usually I'm just gonna pull my hair up because it's getting kind of annoying. Clip in. I really like this little clip. I have like just you know, like the sides like twisted back, kind of like a medieval twist, kind of to the side. Usually with me it's all about the moisture, and I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night because my stitches were itching like crazy. I don't think I fell asleep until like 4 o'clock in the morning, and got up closer to 8:30, something like that. So I only slept for 4 hours. I didn't sleep too bad, but you know, it is what it is. These things happen. It's not like this happens all the time. I don't know if it was, you know, the medication course I took, or I don't know, or it was just because I was itching so bad that I could not sleep. Just could not sleep. Let's see here. I have a complex with keeping my skin perfect, and it's one of the reasons why I don't like being out in the heat, because I don't like sweating. Sweating for me is just disgusting, and because I wear cosmetics, it just drips all over my face. So I prefer to stay either inside or in a controlled setting where it can be a little bit cooler. And just to keep the moisture going, I do do this over top of makeup and underneath. The collagen and rose water from Advanced Clinicals. It plumps and glows. That facial mist is just absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. It's all about the under eye area with me. So when I go and prep that area for like any kind of cosmetics or anything, I usually just use the moisturizers that I use in the morning. That, or I use, depending on, you know, the duskiness underneath my eyes, the Keo Dark Circle Eye Cream. And this stuff is fantastic, and I do recommend it. You can probably get these on Amazon as well. Absolutely love this stuff. Last night I took my shower, took a little extra time in there because I just felt, you know, I needed it on my back and on my belly. And after stepping out, after using scrub and everything, the Skin Ceremony, I think that's what it says. It's gold lettering on blue, so it's kind of hard to read. This is the hyaluronic with collagen replenishing, and it's a good moisturizer for nighttime, or for any time. It's really, really good for night if you keep, you know, your bedroom a little bit on the cooler side, if in fact you like it on the cooler side. I can't stand a hot room. I use most mornings just a little bit more of the Nivea, but only underneath the eyes. That way, you know, right in here looks nice and smooth, and I don't have to worry about it looking all cakey. I use very little product as possible underneath my eyes. Because I don't want, you know, to, my biggest pet peeve is seeing little old women with makeup caked up into those little lines underneath their eyes. It's like, oh my gosh, the worst thing ever. And especially when they wear their glasses and it like really, really shows it off more. I've been using this Super Stay from Maybelline. This full coverage under eye concealer. I just go directly underneath, like right in here. That way you're not seeing technical concealer the whole way underneath your eye, because that's bad. You don't want to do that, because it's too much. And I drag a little bit up over the eyelids occasionally. I do have a good primer for eye makeup, which I wear that mostly for work, because where I work can get really, really warm and affects the makeup occasionally. And that's why I like that NYX so much, and I save it for work more than anything. This is in medium number 25, and because of my skin tone, I can deal with some medium tones. I used the Instant Age Rewind today. This is the Radiant Firming Makeup. It has goji berry and caffeine, so it kind of wakes up the skin a little bit. Gives it a little bit of a lift. And it just, I don't know what it is about this stuff. It is so freaking amazing. It just really, Maybelline products are good. I like Maybelline products. I just wish they weren't a woke makeup line. But anyway, it is a radiant and firming, so it just, you know, it gives those nice firming qualities, and it just makes your face look so refreshed. It's amazing. And this is number 115 Classic Ivory and has SPF of 18. For all you fair-skinned lovelies out there, don't forget your sunscreen, whether you have it in your complex already, or if you put it underneath your makeup. You need it though. No getting sunburnt now. I mean, there's just no need for that. My brows. What am I doing? Brows. Yes, brows. the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit. Number 498 in dark brown. I've been using, you know, this darker one at the bottom a lot because that seems to complement with my hair, and I'm probably gonna go get a color kit soon so I can color my hair. You're probably wondering, well, why didn't you just get one with all the money that you had? Well, it's because I like to spend a little bit more for a better quality hair kit. Usually what I have been doing for the past couple times are those Schwarzkopf. They're like 11 bucks. And I thought, okay, I'm just gonna use that. And for the past couple times, you know, I'm using any shade of dark brown I like, and it works. Let's see here. I haven't used it in a while, and I'm trying to think, where did I put it? I have a very, very poor system of organization, and I do apologize. Use one of these. It's kind of like a tapered brush. It's a very, very fine tapered brush for the quality brush that it is. It's a nice one. It's from Lancome. I got these from a I can ditch this little thing finally, from a yard sale up the street a couple years ago. I was like so crazy impressed that someone actually had these. They were packaged. I cleaned them anyway, because you should. And just, you know, brush as much in there as you need to. You know, just seal them off, you know, with whatever. I usually use a little bit of that Benefit Gimme Brow and Brunette. So, it's a good product. I really like this. That was given to me by a friend of mine. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Laura. Appreciate you. When I apply any powder to my face, this is like no particular order, and I do apologize. Use a little bit of the Coty Airspun. These beautiful things. This is in translucent extra coverage. The only places I really do put powder anymore: eyelids, above the brow line, underneath the eyes, around the nose, and folds around the mouth, because you're technically just going as minimal as possible, especially if you have drier skin. Oily skin, that's different. You would probably need a little bit extra, but you know, makeup moves with facial expression, so it's like, especially like through your eye area. I'm seeing a lot of duskiness underneath this eye right here. It's kind of annoying. And another thing you can try to kind of wake up your eyes a little bit is to use a cream or a white pencil. I use a cream because I don't like white. And just press down very, very gently in this area. It's kind of like a gentle area. An area that needs to be taken care of really, really well, just like the area around the mouth. It's a good thing to try. And if you like the idea of black, but you want something a little bit softer so that it's not making you look super tired, go for a brown black or a dark brown. This is the black brown, number 493, the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Waterproof Retractable Gel Eyeliner. Nice stuff. And as you can tell, when it's applied, it stays put. It stays put in high heat. If you apply it with a really, really good primer, technically on the eyes besides the eyeliner. The LA Colors Trio in Tumbleweed. And this has, because I never use the little applicator that it comes with, has like a champagne gold, kind of like a bronze, and then a mid-tone brown, kind of like a cocoa brown. So technically kind of in that order. This on top, the cocoa brown in the crease, and then that bronzy color on the lid. Really, really nice. And if you prefer to make the lift with eyeshadow, go ahead. I usually make my lift with a little bit of a, you know, eyeliner. If you need to, you can always take that little brush into that cocoa brown. Kind of just make this, push this just to make it now. I do see my skin move just a little bit, and it's not as firm as it used to be, and that's where you need collagen. Whether you take it in by ingesting it, like in the form of a vitamin, or you can put it on your skin in the form of a cream. I can do both. Sure, I can do both. That's fine. I do contour my face. And before I get that far, I did use the extra super lash from Rimmel on the lashes. Makes them stand up enough anyway. Really enjoy this. I haven't used it in a while. I just did a video just the other day, and you know, maybe it's just because, you know, I was trying too hard, it didn't get a whole lot of views, but you know, maybe this one will turn out a little bit better. I think with most YouTube people, I think they just have, you know, this complex, you know, about being completely perfect. You know, don't do anything wrong, don't say anything wrong, you know. Just relax. Don't be so rehearsed. You know, it's just, you know, be you. Do whatever you do, you know, be you. Exactly. Now we were talking about contour. Oh boy. Still need to do an updated video for contour. I use a couple things technically to kind of make the curve of my face stand out a little bit, and also raise my cheekbones a little bit. This is your highlight area right in here. You want to come down 1, 2 from right there. So 1, 2, like at the very bottom there. You're gonna take your product and whatever it is that you use, and I use the dual ended contour stick from Wet n Wild. This is the lightest one. Best thing to do, I'll just try to show you. Come right in here, and then right down through here. I'm not going to do the other side because I want to leave the other side alone. It looks fine, but just so I can kind of show you how I do this. I usually use a sponge and just take it from up here, push it right down around. Now what I find helps to keep things looking really, really interesting and making people think. Take it just a little bit further down and curve it upwards. And it kind of makes, you know, this really beautiful looking curve. It keeps people thinking. It's like, where did she get those cheekbones? And you know, I do have people that ask me, you know, where do you get those cheekbones? You've got like stunning cheekbones. And it's like, it's genetic. I have Scandinavian in my blood somewhere, or in my ancestral house. Like they used to say, like back in medieval times, your ancestral house, heritage, all that kind of good stuff. It's better, you know, just to do your homework and, you know, figure out from there how to deal with the genetics that your ancestors gave you, and also what God gave you. I usually prefer to use one of these, and this is more of like a diffusing brush, and usually more so for the closer to the center of the face, like when I go and elongate the bridge of my nose, because when I look at the side of my nose without it being contoured, it looks weird. So I have this, you know, funny looking little nose at first, and then once I start, you know, like fixing it, it looks fine. It looks like a slender little nose. I showed my daughter how to do this. She's like, hey, cool, I've got a new nose. It's like, yeah, it's cool. Just to seal the edge on that, I use a healthy wear bronzer from Physicians Formula, with an SPF of 50. Using that, and this, I want to make sure there's nothing left on that brush, because I might have some of my shimmery bronzer in there as well. Just a little bit of it, you know, right from here, from the whole way down. You're probably seeing, you know, a little bit of puff out to the hairstyle. It kind of comes down, looks a little bit glossy, looks smooth, but it's puffed back. I'll just show you how I do that sometime. But, you know, just real easy, you know, right along, you know, and you can see right through there on the other side there how that works. Go for areas like if you're slimming down the jawline, if you're trying to like disguise the double chin thing. I mean, I've got one. I think a lot of people get it as they get older because they have a lot of, you know, extra sitting in there. So yeah, I'm not gonna put that away just yet. I use that highlight shade, the Illuminator. This is more like a bisque, like through here into your highlight zone. Center star, like right here in between the brows, down the bridge of the nose. Any place that you really want to emphasize, highlight it. It'll emphasize it. And if you really, really must, only if you must, if you feel like, you know, accentuating the tip of your nose, go for it. I just don't do that. I don't like it. It's just not something I prefer to do. Put that back. And just to finish this off, I use the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. This is number 20 in Sunshine, and it's a beautiful bronzer for fair skin. just go with the skin tone for the more fair, more medium, or more deep that you go. Just find one that suits you. This one has a little bit of a copper shift. Copper is a very, very good choice for pale skin. Learned a lot of this from YouTube and also from those Lucky magazines. If anybody remembers using those Lucky magazines, I was reading those in between loads of laundry when I was still going to the laundromat. I used the Revlon Skin Lights, and this is number 201 in Daybreak Glimmer. Just a touch of this in certain areas, wherever you highlighted. Like here, here, right here, the little crevice that people call the Cupid's bow, and right down here, just to balance out the light. Once you have balanced the light, it seems like it just makes everything come together, makes it look cohesive, makes it look normal. I was considering like all forms of like lip something for this, and then I remembered that I had these two things called lifter glosses. I have one in gold and one in bronze. I took the one in bronze. This is number 18 in bronze. I love these lifter glosses from Maybelline. There we go. Thanks so much for turning back. I'll see you in the next one. Love you all so very much. See you soon.